And now, live from the wastes of Appalachia, the show formerly known as Atomic Shop Anonymous, it's The Atomic Stop. Featuring Skullie Face, your unflappable co-host and dedicated editor. Trizzle Plays, your responder liaison, co-host, and casting director. Mr. Skippy, our adorable sheep man and resident artist. J. Ruxpin, your friendly neighborhood DJ and master of quips and commentary. And NukaSkunk, with humdingers, zippy zingers, and security. It's the Atomic Stop.
Hi guys, welcome to Season 3, Episode 2. Yay!
Woohoo! Yeah.
Woo! Alrighty. So today we're at Jay's camp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is where we got our set this time.
Somewhere dark and cheery, it seems.
Yes.
Maybe.
I think we should step into the light and go inside and get out of the dark.
Come into the light. All right.
Like a moth to flame.
The night is dark and full of terrors.
Terrors? Thirst?
Turds?
Turds.
Flies.
Whoa!
Full turds.
I heard turds.
I heard turds too.
Shroud, are you having bowel issues?
No.
Oh.
It could have been one too many soda pop Rickies, but don't take my word for it.
Skunk's looking nice back there behind the bar.
I'm always looking nice, but thank you.
That's mainly behind the bar.
Sampling.
Mm-hmm. You take that off your pay.
I don't get paid.
Dang it.
He's got a point.
Smart. He figured it out after all.
Darn.
Dang it.
Oh, goodness. Alright, guys. So we ready?
Let's do this.
Let's
Oh
go.
yeah. I'm already drinking. I'm behind the bar.
So,
Okay.
you ready to bring out our guest?
Heck yeah.
Do it.
Mine?
Tonight, we have a very special guest. If you have a soda pop Ricky at hand, grab it and drink it now. For it's the one, the only, Jessica Starr.
Hey, that's me. Hello, everybody. Hello. So happy to
Hello.
be here. Happy to be here.
Yes.
Where do I sit? Wait, can I sit at the bar or do? Oh no, I need to sit on a chair.
Oh,
don't I?
no. You just sit
You
at,
get the
nope,
comfy
you can sit
couch.
on this couch. It's on the couch.
This is for
Oh.
failed superheroes only over here.
With Mr. Pebbles, I feel so lucky. That is perfect. Okay, let's do this. So tonight's guest brought to you by, well, apparently Soda Pop Rickies, but also Sugar Bombs. Twice your daily
Yes.
intake of sugar and enough fiber to make all the bombs you can.
Ooh.
Not recommended if you want to keep your skin nice and clear. You use a Braxtor for that.
Oh, yeah.
I prefer steel
Then
wool.
first.
Okay. Well, welcome, Jessica. I'd like to say thank you for coming to our show. The boys have been a flutter, as you can tell by how beautiful your green room looked. In fact, I'm kind of jealous. Can we just move over there? Because that's how gorgeous it is.
You know, that green room is amazing. If you want to get it on camera, there are so many plants that truly makes it a green room.
Exactly.
But, to be fair, all the Nuka shines in here, so if you need to make a hasty getaway, that's good too.
You never know. We have this little shroud here. You never know what nefarious deeds he might bring in with him.
Oh, yeah.
Crooked capers abound.
See? Told you.
believe we have some questions for you. If you want to get started with the first one, Jay.
Absolutely. Jessica, I know you have a couple characters, but if you want to give a backstory to anyone's specific, your main character or this character, any type of backstory or how you play or evil or good,
Evil or good? Well, that definitely depends on my mood and my outfit. But the character I'm in right now, I might look a little different to some of you. That's because I'm currently on my Atticus character, Atticus Rex. So she is a different character. She's not the brightest. She's more of a rush into situations kind of character. I don't make elaborate backstories for my characters. I don't know about you guys. Do you do much in the way of backstory, or how does that work?
No, never. I
turn
don't
the
spend
table too
countless
fast?
hours creating backstories at all.
I have three extensive characters with three extensive lore on this one.
Okay. I just have Skullie. Multiple Skullies.
One day, she was wandering through the woods and found a skull mask. The end.
Happy birthday!
Wow, that was the day of your birth then, if that's when Scully was born. But yeah, so my main character, I don't really have a complicated backstory. I always make my main characters kind of as myself. You know how that is. How would I approach the situation? How would I do it? I have 4 alt characters. I'm a bit of an altaholic. Yes. I actually, since this was formerly Atomic Shop Anonymous, yes, I am Jessica Starr, and I am an Atomic Shop addict. As are we all.
Yes.
Welcome, Jessica.
Thank you. Whew, I feel better already. But I tend
You
to
are welcome.
all my alts make things. So like I said, she was not so bright. She's a survivalist. Her parents were world famous survivalists in Vault 76, and so I've got a good bit of writing on her. Got another character who is patterned after Ron Weasley. So he's my nerdy boy.
How cute.
Yeah.
Does he make perpetual Ron face?
He does quite often make Ron face. Yes, resting Ron face. And then my newest character that I actually just made to play Wastelanders with, she's my first raider character and a cannibal and stuff, so she's a little bit different. She's my first kind of evil-ish character, but I don't think she'll run afoul of the Silver Shroud. We should be okay.
Phew.
Indeed.
He tolerates a lot.
Yeah.
Present company included, I can tell.
Yes. He might have watched me eat a few people in his time.
Oh gosh, you're gross.
And yet well-nourished, so there's that.
He's very well nourished.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, checking in on chat. We got a lot of people in there. Let's see. Cobra Death Squad.
Jason!
Oh, Jazara. Hey, Jazara. Wow, a lot of people coming in. That's cool.
Jazz?
Absolutely.
Hi, Jazz.
So, what would you say is the style or aesthetic you go with for camps, your characters, and your in-game photographs?
So that's a whole lot of things in one question.
Well, let's start with camps.
Start with the camps. Let's start with the most important, at least in my world. 'Cause
absolutely most important. Builder for life?
Yeah, builder for life. Amen. Obviously I've done building in lots of games previous to this. Fallout 4 was basically Settlement Simulator 2015, Settlement Simulator 2016, 2017.
Who the hell is Sean?
Yeah, exactly.
No, exactly though. Who is Sean exactly?
Did you
So
ever
what
get that mod where you yell Sean's name all the time?
Did you ever get the one where you shoot baby Sean's as mini nukes?
No, but now I have to reinstall the game and get it.
Of course you do. He's very explosive.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
So, when it comes to camps, my general style, my aesthetic, you might have seen some of my camps either on stream or elsewhere. I like an indoor-outdoor build. Like, everything is interesting, you know what I mean? I like glitches and figuring out how to do things, how to make things work in the ways they're maybe not supposed to, but as effective. But when it comes to the real camp aesthetic, I like indoor-outdoor builds. I like
Nice.
decks, patios. The camp that I might bring you to later today is a terrace camp, and it's all a bunch of terraces. And you can save a lot of budget when you don't use walls. So I'm a big fan of that, but even from the beginning, I was one of the early people to actually build a courtyard camp, using foundations and walls, and that way you can, build a courtyard and stuff in the middle. So I love that. Goodness knows I love regular home camps, but if my camps can have patios, be outdoors, be kind of fantastic, something not completely normal, but still rooted in reality. I don't build floaters unless it's for an art project, and then I build floaters.
I would definitely make fun of you if your foundation was floating.
As you should.
Yeah.
I also like colorful lighting and
Yes.
lots and lots of animals. That's why I'm so happy to be
Yes.
here with Mr. Pebbles.
All right. So then, what about, say, your character aesthetics?
So character aesthetics, I do also spend a lot of time in character creation. Each character has to have their own style or whatever. I've been known to, and I think a lot of us here are because we tend to be storytellers, spend a lot of time, an hour or more in creation mode. In fact, it was the funniest thing. Back during the beta for the game, I don't know if a couple of you guys were in the beta, but that first 4-hour period, I got in with 3 hours to spare, and I made it out of the vault just while the server shutdown timer was counting off. So much for my first beta day, but I left the vault during the stress test for at least an hour. So, I had that.
Nice.
Right on the edge with the countdown. So, I tend to make characters, like I said, starting to look like myself, and then kind of like to make them based on other characters in fiction. So, like Doctor Who companions or Doctor Who themselves. I've done a lot of that. I have one character, like in Dragon Age, Lex from Smallville. I like to pick a character and try to get that.
Indeed.
Indeed. Now, you obviously pattern your characters after certain comic book heroes, or?
Oh, what is a comic book?
There's
The
comic books
Shroud.
in this game.
I'm
You've
sorry.
had too much to drink, Shroud. You're cut off.
The Shroud only knows justice.
Oh my goodness.
Brought to you by Hubris Comics. What?
I like I like my justice with a side of bourbon. Amen.
Yeah. So now that you just recently joined us on Instagram, we've been privy to see some of your older photographs. I hope you show us some new ones in the future. But what is your photo aesthetic, or what do you lean towards when looking for that perfect picture?
Photo mode. The bane of achievements and experience and player story progression everywhere. I love photo mode.
Yes.
Joining Instagram, it's been great. I've kind of dabbled for a while. My podcast network, we have an Insta there. So I come over, I check every once in a while, I look at other people's. But I joined Twitter specifically because of photos. My good friends of mine, Will Wonka and Pantagruelia, they were posting photos there. And I'm like, well, geez, I'm going to go over there. I joined just so that I could see their stuff. And it was roughly a year ago that I posted my first photo myself. And, the addiction kind of began. I love sharing. I love taking photos. I like color and texture. I like focusing on people. Some of you guys like doing major close-ups, like close-ups and drama. I like a little bit more of a scene. I like people, items, scenes. I don't do landscapes, I wish I was better at landscapes. I try sometimes, but I'm more about the color and the pop and excitement.
Nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
I mean, we've all seen each other's photos.
Texture.
And man, those filters you guys have on Instagram, oh, holy cow. I've bothered Jay before about it. I was, Jay, you've got this amazing, filmic quality on the edge. And, how do you do that? And he's like, yeah, just, I do it. Those Insta filters are great. I'm like, I joined and I'm like, oh, yeah, those Insta filters are great.
Insta filters is all I
definitely are.
use usually.
They're the best.
Oh, Cobra asking for my Instagram handle. Yeah, it's JessicaStar_77. Also, check out ASA Podcasting while you're there. But we'll get to that.
All right, so let's get to the real reason why we brought you here. Your addiction to buy things from the Atomic Shop. Girl, this is why the show started, because we just could not help ourselves, but 250 adults, darling, go for it. So that being said, what is your most used and or maybe both the most favorite items you have bought from the Atomic Shop yet? And Mothy Boy Baby Bjorn backpack doesn't count yet because it just came out like 2 days ago.
Just came out. I mean, but then again, we did see the data mine on it, and we've been drooling over that whole
Like a
Baby Yoda
year.
Mothman thing for a while.
So long ago.
I can't wait for all the Baby Yoda memes with Baby Mothman. It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be the best. Yes. Huge.
But
So, like your top 3 maybe.
oh no, here's what we're doing. I'm sorry, Skullie. I'm sorry, Trizzle. I made a top 10 list.
Yes.
Oh,
Do
yes.
it.
You ask me, I gotta choose. I'm like, I can't choose. You guys get to talk about this all the time. This is my opportunity. But no, really, it's also kind of about the atoms. Like, isn't the hardest part? You earn atoms, but before Fallout First, I was buying atoms pretty regularly. That I was trying so hard the first 6 months to resist.
I feel ya.
And then they started doing those bundles, and you're like, oh, I can get a ranger skin. Little did we know, by the way. Or I can get this really cool pint-sized slasher outfit. So I bought all of those bundles, the general. And then Fallout First came out. So I'm not including any Fallout First items on this list.
Right.
Dance emotes, tent, scrap box. Those are all fantastic, amazing. Also, hashtag scrapbox for all. Everybody should have it. But that's my platform.
Preach!
Jessica Star's top 10 list of Atomic Shop items, as written by Jessica Star. Number 10, the coffin backpack.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It goes with everything. You can put your stuff in it. I love it. And now you can put it on small backpacks too. Oh, thank God.
Oh my gosh.
goodness.
It's all I wear on PlayStation.
All I have is a small
Exactly.
backpack.
Step number 1 when you make an alt character, get thee to the Morgantown airport because you've got to get that small backpack plan. Number 9, the contemporary building set. Yeah, what a game changer. First time we had something new in a long time. The foundations, it'd be great if you could do porches separate. The foundations had their own thing. There was a little more versatility, but I love the textures in that. So that one. Have any of you guys built with that yet?
I build with it all the time.
Awesome.
Yeah, I debated for a while whether or not I was going to get it, and I chose not to because it wasn't quite my style. But
Same.
no, it's definitely really cool. The lattice work and all that is really great.
Oh, Indie Android's joining us. Hey, Indie Android. Good to see you. He's one of my friends and my podcast co-host in the chat.
Awesome.
Nice.
So, item number 8, photo mode poses. Can I do a category? Is that okay?
Shoot,
Sure.
go ahead.
Specifically laying down and sitting, okay? Because you get
Yes.
tired. You're out there working all day, you're out there fighting, you're out there building, your tummy's grumbling because you forgot to eat for the last 2 hours you played. In real life, sorry about bringing that up again, Shroud. And also in game. But yeah, so you gotta lay down, sit down. Those are my favorite poses. Item number 7, fireplaces, contemporary and brick. How awesome are those?
Very.
So nice.
Amazing.
Item number 6, the greenhouse bundle and succulents. Okay, I know that's kind of 2, but basically plants. Plants are my number 6 item.
Yes. We need more.
Oh,
Shoot.
I like the ones in the green pot with the pink flowers. Those are the
Oh,
best.
those are pretty.
So good. They go everywhere. They're great in the bathroom, they're great in a hallway, a waiting room, and I think they're actually great in here looking around a little bit, maybe around the corner. Number 5, wallpaper. Wallpaper, what a great addition. Inside your camp, outside your camp, anywhere you can put it, I'd put it. Love it.
Yes.
That being said, the price on wallpaper, and I know you guys have talked about this a little bit about when things are priced a little outrageously, but price on wallpaper, not always the best. They've gotten better since they first introduced it. The first bundles were a little crazy though.
Yeah, very crazy.
Okay, now we're in the top 4. Sorry, the list almost done. Actually, these last items might take the longest, so.
Oh boy.
It's
We got
okay.
do we have an end time tonight? I'm just wondering because, if we're talking Atomic Shop, it's kind of endless. Number 4 is the Mr. Fuzzy Ride.
Yes.
Boo.
Shut up.
Hey.
Okay, who booed and why? I want to know.
Mr. Ruxpin, spill the
No.
beans.
I freaking despise the rides. I just don't like them. But that's just me. That's just me.
What do you got
You don't
against
like
cat rides, Blair?
Any of them?
I just don't like any of them. I think that's just they could have. You know, I know we're gonna get a weightlifting bench, but I think as far as animation and time, I think they could have spent it on something a little more cooler than just a freaking Mr. Fuzzy ride.
Wrong.
Yeah. I have the gold Mr. Fuzzy ride in my bar, and let me tell you, it looks amazing. You're on your 6 Ricky soda, man. You're like, yeah!
Skullie went AFK
so
on mine out in front of my house for like 45 minutes before this.
One of the great things about them is that you can go AFK on them and it will, take longer before it logs you out. At least it used to. They're a great way to just do something with yourself while you're stepping away for a little bit. People know you're busy. You're having fun. Mr. Fuzzy is your friend. Mr. Fuzzy likes to play. I mean, hell, I did an entire video and piano version of the song. I've made gifs about Mr. Fuzzy. I love Mr. Fuzzy.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
I need
as
to hear
you
this
should.
song.
I will say, as far as the Mr. Fuzzy ride is the best out of all of them. Besides the Rock, you have all the different ones. I think they're kind of just.
Who are you?
They're not.
I
It's
don't even know
kamikaze.
you.
In disguise.
It sounds like the Mechanist Shroud.
Mechanist!
Did you guys have the debate about what Mr. Fuzzy is saying, by the way? I mean, I'm a big fan of, is your friend, likes to play. But
Yeah, that's what it is.
I know there are other options out there. I mean, are you anybody here team Mr. Fuzzy likes to pee? Anything like that?
No,
Oh
No.
my goodness.
because I looked it up online and they have what he says written down.
We did guess at first. We speculated.
We did speculate
Oh,
for
yeah.
quite a while, especially when the ride was like disappearing when you sat on it for like the
Mhm.
first
Yeah.
couple weeks it was out.
I know you
Yeah.
guys know. I know you guys know Ashen and Nino, and they are always team likes to pee, and we have had passionate debates about it. Actually, about Mr. Fuzzy, of course. I mean, but actually, the most cringe moment or potentially embarrassing moment I've had on a stream was about this. So when we, with the HOA, were doing a stream with Pete Hines, not to digress too long, but one of our streams with him, I said, okay, you know what? I'm here with Lady Devon. I'm here with Pete Hines. I'm going to ask what he says. And they're like, that sounds about right. And I actually spit out, is it maybe Mr. Fuzzy respects the proletariat? And it was like dead silence. This is before we had the the communist collectron. So I'm just there.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
Oh my god. Nobody got it. It was so stupid. But
Poor
So good.
fellows. Do they not know about the bourgeoisie and the injustice of communism?
I'm sure you would teach them, Shroud. We all appreciate you. Number 3. The
Moving on.
mosaic floors. Look at the room we're in right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got a saying in my podcast community: never skip a flooring sale. That comes from specifically these goodness gracious, gosh darn, holy muffins mosaic floors.
Yes.
Amazing.
Because I didn't get them. So many people didn't get them, and then they were gone forever. Oh, and then they came
And then-
back.
for like 3 days. It was like for 3 days or something.
Mm-hmm.
I missed it both times.
Oh
I-
man, they're
I
the
kick myself
best.
every time I see them.
So I love them. I mean, all flooring is good, no matter how ugly. Never skip a flooring sale. But these are fantastic. And those new NukaSkunk floors, holy muffins, those are so good too. Hey, oh my goodness, Ray, we got Irish Goodnight in the chat. A whole bunch of people jumping in. This is fantastic. Good to see you guys. I haven't been on stream in a while, so I kind of missed some of them. Okay, final two. Number 2, you might think it's number 1, but number 2, it's a turkey suit. I love the turkey suit. There
Oh,
is
yes.
nothing
Oh,
like
yes.
Yes.
gobble, gobble, gobble.
Perfect.
You got to do it. So one of my fave videos I did was playing a turkey in nuclear winter. But what you don't see in that video was I spent like an entire day running around and fighting people as a turkey. Not creeping, but I'd put on area chat. I'd run up, I'd gobble, gobble, gobble. And I'd try to punch them, see if they'd punch back. And I ran with a group who were fighting ghouls around the White Springs as a turkey, just fisticuffing them all. I'm sure they were like, what the heck is going on? But it was just, my way to celebrate the holiday.
When
So-
Thanksgiving fights back.
Yeah. Oh, man. No, honestly, as a turkey, I just want people to eat me. It's a turkey's ultimate goal.
Nom 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 nom.
hmm
a feathery tail most foul.
I can shake a tail feather shroud. Mr. Fuzzy, number 1. Mr. Fuzzy and all the stuffed animals.
Oh.
That's been the inspiration for a lot of my pictures, a lot of various art things I've done, different builds. I love the stuffies. I know it's gooftastic, but I love them. I love them. I mentioned my friend Pantagruelia. You know, she's kind of queen of the buns. I'm sure you've seen her posts with Camp Le Pen and a lot of her bunny travails and stuff like that.
Nice.
So I love that stuff, and I do it with all the animals in general. It's just that's my thing. So those are my items. Thank you for indulging me.
Absolutely.
Very, very well.
I think I'm gonna have to put out like a cowboy Mr. plushie for Jessica now at my camp.
Yeah, for Fallout Frosty says plushies are life.
There are.
Yeah.
Frosty.
Indeed. Welcome to the chat. Well, moving on to the next question. So, Miss Star, what kind of content do you typically create? And let's first start with maybe a little bit of your role-playing you dove into earlier about character creation and gobbling up in nuclear winter, but what other kind of role-playing things do you do? And
Does anybody else expect the Shroud to suddenly clear his throat like that scene from The Princess Bride and then suddenly talk completely normal sometimes?
No.
No, we expect nothing. Yeah.
You guys are like, I'm used to it. He's always like that.
Pretty much. Yeah, well, yeah.
that word you
My-
keep using, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Inconceivable!
But please, continue, Miss Star.
My roleplay tends to be spontaneous. I do character roleplay for characters with a certain story arc, and we'll get to that when we talk about podcasts in a minute. But most of the time, it's in the moment. You know,
Absolutely.
I play what I feel, and I tend to be a kind of whimsical person. I know you guys understand that, so that's what I go with. Bulkwood.
Yes.
Indeed, your force makes me believe that you have something to do with Dr. Brainwash. For the next part of this multi-step question is, what kind of stuff do you do in your podcasts?
Exactly.
I knew it. I love it. Thank you. Well, mostly when I do podcasting, I talk. That's what I do. No, I have a couple of podcasts. That's actually, I got into it because of the show I'm on, the Fallout feed. We are the longest running and longest winded current Fallout podcast. So we started just before Fallout 4 came out with the launch of, right around the launch of Fallout Shelter, actually. So I am on that podcast. We're a weekly Fallout podcast. And the format, you know, we deal with the current game. We deal with news and all the fun stuff. It's a very community-oriented podcast. But the general kind of format there, like how you guys focus on the Atomic Shop as your centerpiece, we do what's called the Round Table. And the Round Table is basically we have a random character generator that Steven, who's our programmer, and myself with the artwork on. And you, at the beginning of each season, you go and you roll a character from the generator. So we have generators for 76, New Vegas, Fallout 4, and Fallout 3, all with their own art style. And it will roll your attributes. It'll roll your outfits, weapons, perks you should take at what level, stuff like that. And then you can stick to it as, you know, strictly or not as you like. But the idea is to play through a series of quests with a character that's been assigned randomly assigned attributes. So it gets you out of your zone. You know, some of us always go melee. Some of us always go stealth archer, stealth sniper, whatever it is. And so we do that, and we have a season. We're currently in season 10. Previous seasons have been, we've done a couple playthroughs of Fallout 4 main quests, a season where you're just going after the bobblehead each episode. How did you get there and do that? We did a New Vegas quest season. 76 has been interesting because of the different format for it.
Right.
So our first 76 playthrough is where I had the Ron character, my Ron Weasley. And so, you know, he was assigned energy weapons, and it also rolls a name for you, by the way. So he was assigned the name Ron, which is what inspired the character. Yeah, that's, you know, you get your inspiration wherever. So played through a season of that with the main quests. And then we did a second season, and the second season was focused on side quests. Because even though it feels like there aren't necessarily a ton of side quests in 76 pre-Wastelanders, there's still a bunch there.
Absolutely.
You know?
Agreed. Absolutely.
So you can do stuff for the Grafton Mayor, or you can become mayor for the day yourself. You know, you can get into all that stuff. You can do, oh my goodness, I'm so much getting quest names. You got it. You got it. So that's what we do. And then this season, our third season in 76, we took a break and did Fallout 3 over the winter, by the way, which was really fun going back to that game. And also, if you saw me post some Fallout 3 content, and I saw Jay was at the same time too, it's because we're doing the Fallout 3 season. And then current season is now Wastelanders. So I and Indie Android and chat, we haven't played through all of the Wastelanders storyline yet. We've actually been saving it for the show. Kind of weird, but there you go. I've done the vault raid a couple times at the end. You know, I've done this and that, but I'm trying to hold back on that. So that's what we're doing now. So that's that podcast. I do another show called Dames Who Game, which is a monthly podcast with some of my girls. I don't know if any of you have seen a post or ever heard of that.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, awesome. That makes me so happy. So yeah, it kind of spun off. We did a Galentine's Day episode of the Fallout feed back a year and a half ago.
I actually heard that episode, the Galentine on the Fallout Lord podcast.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I found the Fallout Lord podcast because I was playing with Nino at one time 2 years ago, and I ran into Andy.
Yep.
And
he's in chat right now.
Yeah, and I went 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon, and I found the podcast, and I just realized, wait, I remember the episode of Galentine. Yes, I remember that one. So,
awesome. That was our first time.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just realized, like, wait, I know that one. I heard that
one.
No,
you know, I'm talking a lot, so I'm glad you did. Thank you. So that show, that was our first episode of what became Dames Who Game after that first one. And then after we enjoyed that so much, 2-3 months later, we said, let's start a podcast for real. So that's been going on officially for about a year now. And we do an episode a month. A couple of my dames. I've got Shalene, who also hosts that Fallout show, which is another Fallout podcast. And then the rest of my dames, and it's monthly. So yeah, look it up, Dames Who Game and the Fallout feed. Those are my 2 podcasts. And you know, I guest on others, help out, blah, blah, blah. But I love podcasting, and I love Fallout.
Well, that's an excellent combination. Now let's move to the last part of this multi-step question. That is, do you ever make any tutorials?
No, I haven't done tutorials. I mean, I'm active in a lot of the, you know, like the Facebook build group and somewhat on the Reddit build group and other things. And yeah, I'm standing up and eating too, because eat them if you got them.
Right? That's what I'm doing. I think Ginger realized, oh, I'm hungry.
I'll eat before we fast travel.
Oh, well done, Jay.
Eat it while you can.
But yeah, so I type up small tutorials, but I do a lot of videos and stuff, which I think is like the next part of the question, pics and video. But I do a lot of stuff on YouTube, but instead of doing tutorials or news like most people, I tend to focus on comedy and art stuff. You know what I mean? So I'll do an art piece, something funny, and you know, hopefully showcase some building while doing that. Why was sneaking? Why was sneaking?
Skunk, what are you doing
on here?
I'm stuck. Cricket caper.
I think he's clearing out our. Wait a second. Did we just order food service? Because there's something in front of us.
A wild punch bowl appears. I'm not going to drink it though, just in case.
Use drink. It's super effective.
Drink me. It's cranberry
Prudent
moonshine.
decision.
I don't believe that. Just saying. Oh,
All right.
sorry guys. Just singing. I love you guys. Love you. I'm sorry, Jessica. Go ahead. Continue.
Oh, sure. Well, just saying, you know, I do YouTube videos, but they focused on art and music and silliness and sometimes creativity, sometimes spooky, you know, whatever I want to do at the time. I've got a bunch of tutorials in my head, but I'm more likely, I've typed up a lot of things and given instructionals on the podcast and in groups rather than made videos about it. So that's where I'm at now, but I plan on doing a couple on blueprints, because people don't really understand blueprinting or how useful it can be.
Very
So I think that'll be
true.
fun one sometime. Yeah.
Dang.
Well, that was a veritable cacophony of content created.
I don't
in the
think I
sky.
could say half the words you just said.
Cacophony of content.
Veritable
alliteration.
cacophony.
If I even
Alliteration is awesome.
Yeah, see, I can't say that because the minute I say those words, it's going to go from over 18 to not safe for work episode.
Concockity.
See? You're welcome. Anyway.
Oops.
Oh God, in chat, Fenwa, concockany?
Yep.
Impromptu question. Cobra Death Squad would like to know, how many bags can you lift?
Oh my goodness.
If I may, I believe we have a word from our sponsors. One moment, please. What's wrong there, sport? Having trouble lifting that slightly large bag? Well, worry no more. Now with Buff out, you'll be able to lift the biggest big boy bags around. Warning. Side effects may include intestinal gremlins, eyeball loss, and that weird feeling you get on your tongue when you eat an underripe banana. Order some Buff out today. For kids.
You know, for kids.
Back to you, ladies.
Oh my goodness. So we've got one final question. The most important question of the show. Can we visit your camp for a tour?
Oh my goodness, I thought you would never ask because I thought I'd keep talking, you wouldn't get there. Absolutely.
Yay! I'm gonna need some directions because I'm always getting lost.
Skullie, just hold my hand, honey.
Okay.
Wait.
Well, I may fast travel first and then have you fast travel to me. Please
Where
excuse me
is-
while I dress. So I am right over by the end of New Gorge Bridge. New Gorge Bridge East, I believe. Or north. I'm not sure if it's north or east at the moment, but I will show you in a minute. Let's see.
I see
Yeah.
where it is.
Since we're teamed up, you should be able to see it. So if I would suggest maybe fast traveling to the end of the bridge if you have it.
Okay.
So New Gorge Bridge East. That way we can make a dramatic entrance.
I love dramatic. Come on, Skullie. Grab my hand. Let's go. Someone make a warp noise.
So if you guys have watched my YouTube, you might have actually seen this camp because I recently remodeled it. Now this camp I started, it's my favorite I've ever done. And I started back last fall, but I completely redid it with Atom Shop items and new stuff. But there aren't a whole lot of build glitches or new build glitches per se. Like this character can't use any of the fire glitch, for instance. I can't burninate things. So it's a little bit more of a classic looking camp. There we go. I see Trizzle coming up.
Okay, we're like.
I didn't see anything. I just want. Oh, hello. Oh,
Hello, ghouls.
yeah. I see you have very charming neighbors. Perhaps.
Thank you for helping take care of the neighbors. Oh, so you guys actually did travel in my camp. Okay. some of you. That's
They cheated.
A preview, as it were.
Oh no. I loaded in before your camp did, so you're good.
The bane of all our existences is here. The mole rats. I will take care of these.
Sorry, guys.
Please do. and the robots. And the wolf, and the cart.
I'm here.
It's okay.
Okay, so if y'all will follow me, oh man, you are doing
Following the leader,
awesome. You are
the
so
leader,
good
the
on camera.
leader.
You are so good on camera. I just have to tell you that.
Oh, thank you.
And I love your Peachy Bottom production stuff. I was going to ask you about all that and your channels and stuff, but obviously I know it's about me today.
It's all about you today.
Do you know those jeans look so peachy bottom? I'm jealous. I missed
know.
out on that bundle.
Oh yeah, I like them.
Wait. Where did you get that axe? Where did you get that axe?
Oh,
Pulled it from our
Whoa.
Peachy Bottoms.
and, and Skunk has deep pockets in his codpiece. Just
Oh, yeah.
saying.
I mean, where else do I keep my minigun?
It does look rather roomy. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
So this camp, like I said, is a kind of classic camp. It's one of my favorites. I don't know if you want me to lead the way or if you guys want to walk us through. That'd be awesome.
Oh,
As you
lead
guys
the way.
know,
Hi.
my other big thing had been HOA TV, which I thought you guys might ask about a little bit, but I won't give too much. But obviously, we did do camps and comedy and all that stuff, and it is now done. But we're looking to hopefully do stuff in the future with some of those people.
Yeah, actually, some of our compadres were on that show, my friend.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I had a lovely time with the ladies.
Yep. Jay and Fenwa were both on the show.
I ain't never going back to that show ever again.
Well, we wouldn't have. Yeah, we totally have you. You blew our minds at both of those camps. It was a good time, and your first camp was such a pile of junk. I loved it.
In a good way.
Yes, for those listening at home, that was a compliment. Because Fallout is weird. Okay, so this camp right here is I call it my terrace camp. It's called the Party Terraces because it's set up for parties. A whole bunch of people can hang out, do stuff, do shows, for instance. And I built this because I was playing a lot of Nuclear Winter and Flatwoods, and I'm like, wow, these are so ripe. You know what I mean? These are so ripe to be lived in and built upon. And so I managed to make a camp that I think integrates pretty well. It's, like I said, an indoor-outdoor build. It's a little bit fantastic, but it should all actually work.
I love how you made the pavilion tent work. It's so rare to find a camp they actually used it correctly.
Yeah, it's a weird piece. This and the tents you don't often see. I'm glad you like it. It is supposed to be a pavilion, definitely.
Yeah, I appreciate it because I only used it once or twice, and that's because Skullie made me move to White Springs. But I haven't been able to use it elsewhere. I love it. Oh no, I used it for my Spring Fest. Never mind. But yeah, I appreciate it every time I see it used, really well. So this is great.
So this area here, like I said, this is kind of the entrance foyer. Yeah, it's where people come in the most, unless they spawn by the store. And what you're standing on right there, it likes to swallow rugs. So you might notice that with my Grognak rug, I've got the little gray rug sticking out here. That's so it doesn't swallow. I've had this platform swallow as many as 3 rugs at once.
Yes. Much like the red boat I live next to.
Rug swallower.
Yeah, sometimes the meshes, the nav meshes on things are not exactly where they should be. So, as you descend, you enter into the main camp. Of course, it's all over. It's kind of a bit like an MC Escher painting. I've got stairs up and down and all around. There are a total of 8 distinct floors here. It's not
Is David Bowie going to come over the next crest? Reference to Jareth the Goblin King.
Labyrinth.
Beautiful. You remind me of the babe. So, this right here is the main room.
The babe.
What babe? The area where this is kind of my living quarters and my simple crafting. This is actually where the whole camp started. I put down a foundation right next to this wall where I'm running into, like a dork. So this wall here. And once I got that lined up and managed to build around it, we went from there. So originally I'd want to do it this was kind of just like an Adirondack, like a lean-to that you could camp in.
Oh, that's awesome.
And obviously it got a lot fancier. And of course there are no real stairs here, so I use coffee table stairs, If you come down.
That's clever.
Thank you. Yeah, I do that a lot of places. It's very useful. So down here is the bedroom. BT Dubs, Jay, we need to talk sometime about your promo poster for this said A Night with Jessica Starr. There's a difference between an evening with somebody and a night with somebody. For the future, you might want to remember that.
Girl, you have 2 first aid kits next to your bed. I like your style.
Either side for emergencies, quote, quote.
Ooh, girl, you stand for cuddle. Don't you worry about that.
In this place, we don't have emergency words or tap outs.
The shroud makes excellent frittatas.
I hope you brought your bathrobe.
Well, what I do have are jammers. I know that they're super cute. Okay.
I can't wait for those to come back.
Yeah, this is the one that has come back. I used to wear these in Nuclear Winter before the turkey outfit. But now turkey, of course, is my favorite for Nuclear Winter. So from here, from the main floor, there's stairs all kinds of directions. I don't know if you guys want to go down or you want to go up. Do you have a preference?
I'm going to be you always go down.
Slow your
Fair enough.
goes.
Only professionals go up, though.
Over here? Let's go to the shop, since that's what we're here about, after all. Shop Smart. Shop S-Mart.
This is my boomstick.
You have a floating death claw.
He's actually hanging by a filament, but yeah, he is floating. I don't usually do float. Well, I mean, I do a lot of floating things actually, but not usually in camps like permanent. But I'm pretending he's hung by a filament. I just like him up there.
Reminds me of, like, instead of an anvil on those old cartoons, it's now a death claw statue on your head instead.
Ah, yes, I can see the fishing wire now. Yes.
You're such a good detective, Shroud. Excellent. And then, of course, we've got the classic "You Are Here" map. Always important. I
That's
saw
awesome.
Cancel's had that up. Something I believe Captain Beardy did on one of his YouTube videos, and a bunch of us have kind of adopted as a fun little feature.
I feel like we all have to do this now in all our camps now, guys.
Oh, that's cool. X marks the spot.
There are radios all over. I'll turn them on as we go because you gotta keep the music flowing.
Heck yeah. Happy music makes happy shoppers.
So from the shop in the main living quarters, you can come upstairs to the bar.
Oh.
This is the Bun Bun Lounge with the aforementioned mosaic tile floors. A lot of buns and animals here to keep you company.
I love
my.
Bun Bun Lounge.
Befuddling bat babies abound.
Can you practice these in the mirror, Shroud?
This is Fallout. Mirrors don't work.
Oh, good point.
So he's a vampire.
So, as you can tell, this matching up was a little bit hard, but I mean, I got it working. I'm pretty happy with this. And like I said, I built it before we had learned a number of glitches and stuff like that, so you're not going to see a whole lot of glitching here. But one thing I like to do, I like to keep the buns in the pot, warming their buns. We're not actually cooking them. We cook for them. We do not cook them. Animals here waiting for food. And of course, from here, you can either go down to the crafting terrace and the picnic patio, or upstairs to the plush lounge, and of course, the floating Mr. Fuzzy.
Yes.
I love your bar. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, I like the vibe. And that NukaSkunk wallpaper, so fun.
Yeah, it's a good wallpaper.
Absolutely.
Like I said, you're not going to see a whole lot of glitches in this camp. I mean, besides the stuff that's been in the game from the beginning. Just because I just didn't build that way, and she doesn't have a lot of the skills. I did drop a few things.
Pardon me for a moment.
Oh, yeah.
Priorities.
Ooh, I found my favorite room in this camp.
I'm definitely feeling this vibe.
I'm feeling this room.
The plush lounge, actually, or maybe a plush Grecian lounge. That's a mouthful.
Yeah, I'm loving this dough.
So I figured. Go on.
I think honestly I should be laying down on this correctly. That's how you're supposed to sit in the chase lounge.
Yeah, these are better, if you use photo mode poses, like the laying and sitting like we were talking about, that way you can fit multiple people on it.
Yeah.
And of course, the bed is a great addition up here. I just like the lighting.
I think my hair is too high for clearance.
I think the orange carpets actually work.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they actually do.
A burnt orange.
Yes,
I love it.
Burnt orange.
Great view.
And if we stay here to finish the show, I was thinking you might want to finish from this room. It seems more your style, because y'all are very swanky. If I may say so.
I am totally laying in the wrong direction. Oh, Ginger, you hussy.
Okay, Skullie, and at the top we have, as usual, the Mothman Temple. Every camp by an avowed follower of Mothman, praise him, has to have one of them. Getting my clothes back on. There we go, good. And so up here, it's just a nice place to praise Mothman. We of course have the smoke machine for all your Mothman type rituals.
Yay, bats!
If you want bats. And we're here during the brightest day. Like, is today not the brightest day for a camp tour ever? Obviously, as you can imagine, I've got the lighting here set up kind of special in these various terraces, but
Oh, definitely.
it is what it is. It's one thing I'm sad about with Wastelanders, the fact that they decreased the duration of the night a little bit.
What a strange thing.
Yeah,
Especially with legendary weapons, That's the basics.
Yeah, I am no longer a nocturnal build, so that was horrible.
Oh, yeah, if you respect for that, definitely.
Mhm.
If you had like some good legendaries for that. See,
Yes, I did, and armor pieces too.
My thought behind it was that it was a compromise thing they were doing. So you know how initially the first 2 months of the game, people are like, oh, the night's too dark. I can't see. It's too dark.
Yeah.
Like surviving it. So they brighten the nights. And then a lot of the rest of us are like, I like the darker nights. They were nice. And so with the new lighting system, nights are darker again. Not maybe as dark as they were, but they're darker and it's harder to see. And so I think they said, okay, we'll do that, but we'll also make them shorter.
Wait,
I
one
definitely
second.
I love that stuff that they've added. The graphics, the lighting is definitely improved.
The mire is a lot more, 100 times more creepier than it was initially.
Did somebody just jump off and die?
No, I'm good.
I feel like okay.
I don't take any damage from falling.
He
off.
does
like
that.
Your generator already
He does
got
that
eaten once, so I was just making sure it.
Carl the
wasn't eaten
Immortal.
Wait, I just have to go back to something you said. Fallout 76 players complained? I don't believe that. I've never in my life.
Yeah, the best way to hear that and hear about 76 players complaining are people who don't really play the game that often. I mean, we know those are the real complainers.
For us, it's just another day of the week.
I just want my water wheel fixed. That's all.
No, same here. I like the sound effects, but it's not working.
I mean, I paid the money,
It's enough to drive you to drink. No, I agree. And I mean, obviously, a lot of our complaints are valid. There are things and choices they've made that we don't necessarily love, and things that break, but for the engine that it is, for, what they've done with the engine over time, making it work online, I really feel like they've tried to be responsive, they've tried to be responsible, and it works more than it doesn't.
Absolutely. I mean, look at the Wastelanders. I mean, they completely pivoted what they were doing with their content piece. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Did y'all enjoy Fosnacht?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I only had a mini heart attack on the very first one that I did.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Subsequently did one every hour on the hour for the entire 2 weeks.
Really?
Even when it was soul crushing.
Really, Scott?
Yes.
You're gonna do that?
We developed many strategies for dealing with AFK moochers.
Yes.
Including eating them.
Always remember, if you see somebody and they're not doing anything to help anybody out, just bring some ghouls or scorched over to their general vicinity. If that doesn't work, use a nuke mine or a nuka grenade.
I mean, it's fun to play with them, but in my opinion, they're not hurting things or slowing things down unless you're on a server and there's not much room. Now if you're in a location where you see a bunch of people spinning for too long or doing nothing and you still have one or two of you, sure, I get the resentment. But if you got one or two people kind of AFKing, let them get the rewards. Maybe they're doing laundry. Maybe their kid needed picked up and they're like, I am not leaving Fosnacht. I am addicted.
Oh, yeah.
Justice has but one name.
I wait for at least 3 hours, and if they're still there, it's simply the fact that they do discrete probabilities when it comes to the reward system. So every time it's still that same probability. There's no increase or decrease with how many times you've gotten said item. So for me, it was that feeling that I want the cool exclusive items as well, and I'm trying.
Yeah.
So, come on.
I know we did. I mean, I only ran it 50 sometimes, 55, 56. I lost count. What I found soul crushing, and Frosty in chat mentions, it was a bit soul crushing but fun. And when you were doing the thing where you were doing public and then hopping to a private and then maybe another private, that's when it got to be too much for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am too old for that shit.
Yeah. I just stuck to public servers and that was it. I could not hop after I did it once.
Right.
I was like, yeah, no, this is not for me.
It was nice to have 20 minutes between each one though, because we would all group together and just sit somewhere, and you would need that 20 minutes to just mentally collect yourself to go do another one.
Yes.
Yeah, the way I
Go
look
back
at
to
it,
a base. Chill,
one robot parade per hour. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I get excited about it every time when it's one per hour. If it's more, no, that's too much.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Can we talk about Skunk's outfit real quick?
What is he wearing?
I can't
He's
help that
wearing-
I look better in this red dress than you, Triz. I'm sorry.
Fancy. It's super fancy.
Oh goodness.
Oh yeah, look at those calves.
I am in photo mode, checking out very closely. You are the sunshine in our lives today. It is adorable, but I still think Triz wore it better.
There. There. I am now officially the bun.
There you
in a
go.
dress.
Ooh,
Hold on, I'm gonna put the red dress on.
ooh, this is
Nuke
not the right
corner
outfit
chat.
for this bench.
Says Skunk is looking cute. So hey, you've got a fan.
I have many fans. They keep me nice and cool.
Oh,
Now I'm the Swole Shroud.
What? Impossibly impervious imposter. Dastardly. Deviant. Malicious malarkey.
But doesn't the baby Bjorn in the back of this make it look adorable though?
Tunnel cats. Oh my goodness.
Meow.
Meow.
So you follow the tunnel cats, do you?
I am an aficionado.
Give them your sweet roll.
What do you got going on down here, Jay?
and
All right, guys, are we ready for the atomic shop?
Yeah, let's get into
Oh, yeah.
the rest of it because we've done all that. Basically, the only other stuff to see, there's a terrace outside, there's a small garden, there's bathtubs and a bathroom.
Ooh,
The
wait,
bathroom's
garden,
pretty sweet.
garden,
That's
garden.
about it.
Where's the garden?
Oh no, I said garden. It's just a few plants. It's not a good garden. Budget. I had to kill most of the plants.
Oh,
So
I still want to see
But-
it.
if you come down, you can see all the way down to the deck down here. And here's the crafting patio and picnic, and there are plants and lions and weird things that I did in order to
Tigers
make
and bears
everything
on?
connect.
Ooh, I like that though.
And
That
then
works.
up here is the bathroom. But yeah, the whole thing kind of connects. So wherever you warp in, you can find a stairway up and in to the terraces.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this
And then-
bunny riding a flamingo.
Oh yeah. They play a lot. All the animals in my camp like to get up to stuff.
I do love this custom poster here.
Oh yeah, that I haven't been in this camp in like a month and a half, so I should probably take that down. But
Rest
I mean,
HOA, RIP, never forget. You know what? Maybe I'll just change the lettering on bottom to RIP.
Never forget.
damn.
But yeah, so you just, I'm happy with how everything connects. And in the bathroom, Skullie, if you want to see, I have a little game set up for the boys.
Mm.
Ooh. Oh my god.
Make it a little more fun. Or if you want to do an upper decker, you can do that too. It's up to you.
Whoa.
Alright, I've had it, guys.
And of course, a bathtub
Interesting.
with Deathclaw protecting. Gosh, I can't wait till we get better bathroom stuff. And
Clean
we finally have the
versions.
sink. Yeah. I don't have the sink in that room, but I was so happy because how many people had punch bowls in their bathrooms? Like, how unsanitary was that? But you needed to wash somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an
You
excellent
stole my
idea.
outfit, Karen.
Oh no, we're twinning again. Oh my
I also went to Old Navy.
I'm sorry.
Oh god,
Blue,
it's Old Navy.
definitely Old Navy outfit.
So the little skirt a little bit. I love it.
Yeah, Jessica, I love this a lot. It's a lot of areas to work, different workbenches, different areas. Definitely a party. You can throw a huge party here.
That's what I like about it. Have different rooms and places you can hang out.
Yeah, definitely.
So, do we want to head back to your place for the atomic shop bid? Do you want to go up to the plush lounge? What would work for you?
Plush lounge.
Okay, do it.
Mm,
If you want to
plushy
survive the
lounge.
Mr. Fuzzy, I understand.
I'm just
All right, fine.
Ah!
Just do it.
Like I said, no glitches here. Only one person can sit on that bed at a time. It's so sad.
There you go. I just had to test it out for safety.
I'm gonna hang near the fire.
alright guys, let's
I'm just gonna hang out with the bun.
Who?
The bun's gonna hang out with the bun.
Oh, cute.
Are you guys ready for the atomic chop?
Absolutely.
Board ready.
Whew. So I'm excited about this week's items. So our first tab is the Mothman Embrace the Night. So we have the Mothman Traveler Bundle for a whopping 1,200 atoms. It includes the Mothman Plushie Backpack, the Mothman Gas Mask, the Mothman Jetpack, the 2 Mothman-themed wallpapers, amazing, and the Mothman Cultist Icon, which actually isn't that bad.
Mm-hmm. Actually, a good, unique icon. I would
Yeah, I really,
Yeah.
really like it. Definitely my color palette.
It reminds me of one of the characters from Destiny, actually.
Oh,
Oh,
a
for
certain lady who likes to talk about a cool.
Yes.
So is that the gas mask you mean that reminds you of Destiny?
No, it's the icon.
Yeah,
Oh, the icon. Okay.
But yeah, I love the little Mothman backpack. It's my little
My son.
bean. I was like, I don't have the coffin backpack on Xbox, so I will wear this one all the time now.
I mean, it's all right.
I don't even know you anymore.
Oh my god!
I thought I knew you.
Wait.
Alrighty. So that's 1,200 atoms. If you don't want to get the whole bundle, you could get these individually. You have the Mothman Jetpack, which is 500 atoms. And the bundle and list are both available for 19 days as of Wednesday. You can also get the Mothman Plushie Backpack individually. I believe that's also 500.
Correct.
Yep. I wrote down all the prices of everything in case you guys had any
yay.
questions.
Oh, thank good. Someone
Well
thought
done.
ahead before going on a shopping spree, because I didn't. I was like, mine.
Bye-bye.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, and I owned a lot of everything that came out, so I was like, well, I don't know these prices.
Mhm.
You can also get the Mothman Cultist Icon, which is 150 atoms by itself, also available for 19 days. And the Mothman Wallpaper Bundle, which
Yes.
so worth it. That barn wallpaper that comes in this set is so nice.
It's very nice.
Restored barnwood,
Mhm.
tar,
Yeah,
Beautiful.
varnish.
I didn't buy the bundle. I just bought the wallpapers. Very nice.
Yeah, that's what I did too. It looks really great, especially if you reverse your walls and put it on the outside of your camp.
Mm-hmm.
So nice. But I believe that's also 500 atoms.
Yes, indeed, for the wallpaper. And the only thing you get for the bundle only is the mask. The gas mask is only if you buy the bundle. Everything else is separate for once. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're catching on.
Mm-hmm.
Until next week.
Just works.
Also available on this tab, we have the Paratrooper drop bag or loot bag. It's 500 atoms. So that's cute.
It looks like a potato.
It does.
It does.
I
Little
got
bit.
it. I got the potato too, and I like it, but I agree. It looks
Just
like
dropping potatoes everywhere.
or those like reminds me of those meat bundles you would get from the butcher shop. They wrap it up with a paper bag and they tie it with a little bow.
Yeah.
I can totally see that. An unlabeled brown package. Totally.
Yeah, the brown package by the door.
Oh my goodness. Yep, so that's available, and there's no expiration date on that one, so you've got plenty of time to get that. It looks like the Vault Boy, Vault Girl Power Armor helmets are on sale. I feel like this is a continuation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still available for 560 atoms. So for another 5 days as of Wednesday. The glow-in-the-dark map that we saw in Jessica's camp is also on sale for 200 atoms for another 5 days. And the Welcome Home mat is also on sale for 200 atoms.
Now, how about that doormat that does nothing? I mean, it's cute, but we have them in our build menu already, and it's not a fast travel mat. You give me a fast travel mat, I'll pay 2,000 atoms. Put another zero on
Yes!
Don't say that out loud.
Yo,
I know, it's already out in the
2,000
universe.
No.
1,000 atoms.
It's okay, besides the nose, they're still not giving it to us, but they know.
Does anyone else get weirded out that it only properly fits if you put it past the door, like onto the inside of your home? Like, what about a welcome mat where the squared in faces your door for the outside of the home? Like, it messes with my OCD. I can't do it.
Normally
I'm
when
just
I
waiting
see
for the
a-
mat that says scram on it.
Don't worry.
Yeah, they gave us signs for that. It's all the free
Yeah.
safe signs. Totally.
Yeah.
Get out of here, kid. You bother me.
Are you selling Pioneer Scout cookies? No, get lost.
Oh my goodness. So that's it for this tab.
All right, then, you Red Rocket lovers who are still disappointed that your prefab stub is not out yet, it's okay. So still on for sale until July 7th is the Red Rocket Mega Furniture Bundle. Wow, that is a mouthful. Going for a solid price of 1,200 atoms, you get the staircase, the ice box. It's great enough to hold sodas, ice creams, and a dead body from your ex-husband, and a record. Let's see what else. The Red Rocket
Really?
lamp, and yes, it's Fallout 76. You know how it happens. If you don't eat them or kill them, they might turn cool. Can't have that.
How can you live with yourself? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just do whatever I do at night. So, the Red Rocket Diner set, you can buy it separately by itself for 700 atoms. And then you have the Red Rocket Cooler. In case none of that really tickles your fancy, the cooler goes for 500 atoms, and that is also still available till July 7th. And the Red Rocket Lamp is going for 250 atoms, and both the diner set and the lamp doesn't have any expiration date, so don't give up hope if you're kind of hoping that the rest of the Red Rocket stuff comes in, because I'm kind of thinking it's going to happen. They're just pulling the rug out from us right now, keeping us wanting, I guess you want to say. But hey, we missed out. It's still there. But does anyone notice that who bought the Red Rocket Furniture Bundle? Did you ever notice the garage door that doesn't quite glitch into your house properly? The additional free one, they didn't advertise, but it's there. Did anyone notice that?
No.
I didn't notice that it didn't sit right. No, I saw the different picture.
Yeah, it's so it's really finicky, and I've tried placing it in one of my alt characters' camp because she runs a Red Rocket stop, and it's very finicky, doesn't really work well, and it's a non-advertised product. They just shoved it in with the bundle, so it's actually kind of cool.
It's got the guy with the big nose on it.
Yes.
Oh shit!
Yeah, surprise! They didn't advertise it, but it's in your bundle. So yeah, there you go. So I'm hoping that like everybody else, that it will eventually bring out some more of the Red Rocket stuff, because I can't really have a full Red Rocket diner and gas stop without the rest of this stuff. That'd be kind of cute.
Totally. It looks on here. So did you buy the, it looks like you bought both. But I thought it was interesting that the Red Rocket Diner set, it has everything except for the lamp and what's the other? It's missing two things. The lamp and
The staircase.
And the
And the
staircase. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
that's the one I bought, is the 700 atom one.
Yeah, maybe the least consequential items, and you're saving 500 atoms. So I think that's probably your best deal if you're looking for value.
Straight
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I didn't buy the Power Armor paint bundle. I just bought the Red Rocket Power Armor station skin because it was too cute to pass up, honestly.
It's probably the best power armor station I've seen so far. I bought it.
Yeah,
as well.
that's awesome. And the power armor, that Red Rocket power armor is pretty freaking sweet. But I mean, not my style, but definitely awesome.
I don't
Yeah.
wear power armor.
Me neither. I mean, no need.
No need, player. Makes me weak.
Your
Exactly.
armor makes you weak.
Oh man. So So our next tab is more Mothman stuff. Yay!
Yay! And these all
Very
have
soon.
dates. So
Yes. And I can't read
So
most
they
of
can-
them because I went and bought them all.
I own them all.
So,
So
all right.
the Cult of the Mothman Camp bundle is back. for-
975 atoms.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
didn't even look at the price when I bought it.
She did it.
I was like, I really just wanted that fog machine.
Yes. Oh, you need it. You need it.
And also, my question still stands: where is this door that's advertised in this bundle?
Right?
It
I
does not
would-
exist.
I would
know.
buy this. I would buy that bundle for that door alone.
Yes.
I believe that door was sold separately as an Atom Shop item back like December or January of 2018, 2019. I think it was one of the early fancy doors. And what they're
Yeah.
advertising there is the torches, which, you know, is a thing they do. Sometimes there are more things in the picture than are actually in the bundle.
Correct. Drives me nuts when you do that.
And remember, everybody, it's not false. It's called misleading, and it's completely acceptable. Because you have to read the fine print.
Get you followed into an alley with a sock full of oranges, though.
The voice of experience.
Apparently.
Very specific.
They
I've
don't
heard
leave.
soap.
They don't leave bruises, Skullie.
I've heard soap, but I've never heard oranges.
Soap
Drink
leaves
just a
bruises.
stocking,
Use
orange in the toe.
Oh my goodness. So if you don't want to get that bundle, you can get pieces of that bundle. You can get the furniture set.
Which
Anyone
I
ever-
got. I love it.
Oh.
I love the furniture set, all the lighting and everything.
How much
Oh,
the furniture set is for?
oh, yeah, the furniture set. Let's see here.
The furniture set. Let's see. The bundle is $975. Side table is
Yeah.
$490. Billboard set is $250. I've got everything broken down. Oh, there we go. No, the outfit bundle is $900. I guess I don't have just the furniture set.
No, they don't have it listed. So I bought the furniture set as well. So I can't help you on that part.
I own it too. I'm sorry.
Everybody got it.
Everyone
Yeah.
got it.
Ooh, well,
Anybody? I know. Anybody?
the shroud's
chat?
time to shine.
Priceless.
It is. It's 490 atoms.
Thank
Dang,
you,
that is a
Shroud.
steal.
So, yeah,
I had that listed as just the side table. That was my mistake. Okay, $490.
Oh well.
Okay.
In your defense, though, that's how it was listed on the website. So
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a sale.
yeah. The light, though, I got it mainly for all the lights.
Oh yeah, those lights are pretty. Speaking of lights,
Absolutely.
the Mothman billboards are back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cop them joints. Cop them joints.
Those are
Get
so
them.
nice.
Now,
Which are those
it only
ones?
comes with the Mothman ones. When I got it, it came with
Yep.
the Nuka-Cola ones as well, I believe.
There are two separate options now. So Nuka-Cola bundle was back in there back in February, I think, and now there's this one. And they cost less budget than they used to. And that was the worst thing about these billboards for a while. You'd be looking
Agreed.
at 15 or more flamingo units, like 3% budget or something. Crazy, Bo. So this is much better.
Oh yeah.
Yes, flamingo units. Yes.
Flamingo units, explain.
Ooh, yes.
How many bunnies can you fit on flamingos? Flamingo units.
Oh my
Ah.
goodness.
I love it.
You want the real explanation? So we can let Jay do it because you know he's an expert too.
I mean, basically, the camp budget, if you fill it up with flamingos, you know, and I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Let's just say you can. Go ahead, Jessica.
I was going to say a flamingo is equal to 0.2% camp budget. You can put in one budget 500 flamingos. So
Yeah.
5 flamingos equal 1%. So one flamingo unit is 0.2%. So you can see how much does this cost. So like a lot of decorations and stuff cost 2 flamingos. So you can fit 2.5 of them per 1% budget. And this is kind of how you can figure out what's costing more, what's costing less. You realize that your the neon lights and turrets and stuff like that how many flamingo units they cost. So it's a great way to kind of break down budget and think about it.
What was the plural of flamingo you just said?
Pardon?
Did you use the plural of flamingo there that I didn't catch?
Flaminguses?
Flaminians? Oh,
Yes.
okay. I thought you said flaminians. I was like, yes. Yes. I
Yes.
support this word.
For my Flaminians. You know, that is, I didn't mean to run afoul of a.
Oh.
Someone needs to be sent to the penitentiary.
Oh my goodness.
So that was put together by Time to Stab and a couple others. Put together that list for us. It's a beautiful spreadsheet. You can find it if you search Flamingo Unit on Reddit.
Andy says
as well.
500 flamingos equals one full camp. I want a camp to make 500 flamingos.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
500 Mr. Fuzzies.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, so we also have the cult statues are by themselves separately. Yeah.
By
five cult
themselves.
Statues.
150 atoms.
Thank
On
you,
sale.
Shroud.
For the next 5 days, if you act now, they'll be yours.
Yes. And also we've got the Mothman bed.
Yes, buy it. Don't even
Oh.
hesitate.
Yes. That
Do
and,
not mess around.
and that sleeping bag.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about.
Oh no, I said that and the sleeping bag.
Forget
No.
the bed. Buy the sleeping bag.
Buy
Put it
both.
on a
Come on
couch.
top of each
Yeah.
other. Mhm.
Oh, we also have the Mothman cultist torches.
Yeah, those are dope.
150
Yeah,
atoms.
Oh, shit.
Definitely.
And then the Mothman camera paint skin, which is cute.
The only one you need.
Does anybody buy the camera skins? I haven't yet, ever.
Oh.
Is the Mothman one's the only one I own?
Yeah, I own the Mothman and the crocodile, white crocodile.
I own the white crocodile. I own 3 of them, 3 skins. I have the Pioneer Scout one, the white crocodile, and Wavy Willards.
Yeah, I've got
So
the
yes.
Mothman on PlayStation.
Yeah. Well,
People
I have
buy the camera skins.
Yeah, well, I have 3 different cameras. One that has the 200 millimeter lens, the 150, and night vision. So I gotta have 3 cameras.
We out here taking photos. Paparazzi style.
Wait, yo, I can build more than one camera?
Yeah,
Blair, you can have as many cameras as you want.
as long as you have different because you only can put 1 mod on per camera, so that's why. Yeah, Ginger carries 3 different types. Y'all
Ooh.
creeping at nighttime.
But yeah, so you can get the Mothman camera skin for 150 and the Mothman poster. How much is
It's
this
like
one, guys?
100 atoms. I think I just bought it. Yeah, 100 atoms.
Yeah. And that goes with your bed. Or your sleeping bag.
Yes. Something that your little mothy boy Bean can look up and dream what he wants to be when he grows up. Scary and terrifying.
Make your beat a Mothman bedroom. That's so cute.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm gonna go to the Atomic Shop Sears and order it right now. The Mothman bed bundle. That would be beautiful.
Yes.
Yes.
The Mothman butt.
Oh my
Gosh.
Alright, so that's it for the cultist items that are new and returning.
Do-do-do.
Da-da-da.
All right. So let's go ahead and go into the vaulting where they say leaving soon. Patrol in small print says, we'll show up in 3 months later because we need your money. So, for 1,260 atoms for 5 days only, it's the Pale Rider Power Armor paint. And I've seen somebody wear it with the Winterman Power Armor helmet, and it looks really good.
Definitely.
So, this was actually part of the Plague Riders and the Black Riders, basically
Horsemen of
package.
the Apocalypse.
Yeah, the Horsemen.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't think of that word. So I think this was like the very first one it came out, but this one can be applied to your Excavator, Raider, 45, 51, 60, Ultrasight, and Exo 1 Power Armor. So it looks pretty cool, and it's for 1,260 atoms. So there's that. There is now also the Mothman outfit bundle for 900 atoms. This too is only available for 5 days. So guys, if you wished you had it last time out, like nearly a year ago, during the same time Mothman Festival came out, it's like, I think, Jessica, you might remember that. I don't know. However, though, there's an alien mask, there's a metal Mothman mask, and the Power Armor paint does cover, and it looks really, really impressive.
Yeah, especially if you need the metal one.
Yeah, for sure. Now, the paint does go on your 45, 51, 60 Exo 1 Power Armors. And the Mothman red headlamp, I know Appalachian Terrence has this skin, and it looks so impressive, and it looks rather intimidating. I love it. And then, of course, it comes with all the face masks, and, of course, the Mothman Pip-Boy paint as well.
Yes.
While we're on the power armor, did we talk about how the Mothman jetpack on the first page actually makes a Mothman noise when you use it?
No, it does the moth flappy noise.
It
does the like whatever that. Yeah.
But we are getting
How to Jar Jar
reports,
Binks
it's
noise,
kinda
Mothman.
Yo, I just caught the jetpack.
Yeah, Nino was telling me that when he put it on his power armor, every jetpack in the game, including the ones on our Secret Service armors, make that noise now
Hilarious.
while he's wearing that jetpack, so everybody sounds like a Mothman.
You sound like a Mothman. You sound like a Mothman. Everyone sounds like a Mothman.
Yeah, but nobody else can hear it unless like the sound is working in the game perfectly.
So it's not like a Liberty Prime kind of situation where everybody hears it all the time.
Yeah,
Right.
but
right.
I never get tired of Liberty Prime.
This is true.
Weapons
Especially in the middle of
are.
Yeah, nice.
It's really fun to listen to in the middle
Communist
of a sports
detective.
Yeah.
And it's a mole rat.
Oh my goodness.
Well, they do believe in communal living and sharing.
All right. Next on there is my favorite Foshnut mask I wore, besides my bunny helmet, was the Vault Girl Scribble Head.
I was like, what Foshnut mask is that?
And it's for sale for 300 atoms. No, I wore it as like just standing out. I wore it to every single parade, no matter what mask I won. I just was either the bunny or the Scribble Head, just because after my 100 parade, I was just like, this is my face. This is how I really feel. I was expressing my true nature of what this mask on.
It was great too because you were like the only one wearing it.
Heck yeah, standing out. So that is what that page. Let's see. Oh, we got the last one, which is special, free and special offers tab. The last page. So let's see here. Skullie, are you going this one or am I doing this one? I forgot.
You can do this one.
Okie doke. So my two favorite things that happened during the month of June is I got it last summer, but it is the Vault Pride frame, which is always fun, and of course the Pride flag, both completely free to pick up. So I love it. It's so awesome. Followed by, let's see here, for the next 5 days. I don't know how long the Pride flag and the frame is going to be out, guys.
Forever.
I'm so sorry. Oh, is it forever? I hope so.
Yeah, it is. They said it is. It will always be in there for free.
Good. I'm glad. So after that is the West Virginia Day bundle, and I bought this when it came out last year, and I have no regrets. It's going for 800 atoms, and this comes with a really cute country girl Under Armour, which technically should be the real outfit because it is too cute. Then you have the Mountaineer outfit because Fringe is always in. The Black Bear mask because someone has to be the bear, and someone has to be the turkey in the middle of nuclear winter.
Exactly. Actually down with the bear clave.
Right, bear clave.
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah. That is amazing.
What about the bunny hood of steel?
Long live the bunny head.
Wrong answer, bear clave.
No, I'm thinking about all this bunny stuff. I'm all about the bunny.
Cool.
I am with Jessica.
Yeah.
Sing it.
Oh, sorry. For those who don't know, I represent the tunnel.
A lollipop guild? Oh,
Got him.
Too long of a pause, Shroud. What have you done?
He represents the Eyebot Guild, guys. The Shovel Shroud.
Yo,
Part of the light pop.
I would totally go to Oz, though. Tell you what. Somebody say tunnel cats. Meow.
Okay, following on after that, besides the Tunnel Cats and the Lollipop Guild, you have the West Virginia Paint for 600 atoms for the next 5 days, guys. This is truly, kind of looks like corduroy. But anyway, so this goes on your 45s, 51s, 60s, and Exo 1 Power Armors to represent your West Virginia pride. I still say it looks like corduroys.
I have that. I love it. It's a good to mix up stuff with that power.
Yeah, I've seen some really creativeness used on that one, and then the basic color power armor paints that came out a while ago.
I feel like it says "Leave me alone."
I swear it does look like corduroy. The green part does. After
It does
that
have
is-
stripes. It does have the stripes on it.
See, I'm gonna make everyone think this. So the Mountaineer outfit, if you just want the fringe to look good, it's 400 atoms. The Black Bear mascot is for 350 atoms. Now the West Virginia table set, if you want a table that's high as you, or as tall as you, basically, not high. I'm not judging.
Well,
So it's there with the little accent table with the most adorable little lamps. And then a West Virginia shaped table. And of course, my most favorite part of this whole entire set, and probably the only reason why I got it, was the Cardinal wind chime.
The wind chime is in this set. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
I bought that just for that wind chime.
See, thank you. I'm not the only one.
As soon as I saw that, I was like,
Yeah,
"A wind chime!"
Guys, for 250 atoms, this is freaking steal. I mean, I bought it for 500 atoms. Again, no
The bear
regrets.
lamp is tight too, but that bear table is huge.
Okay,
Like,
so
I don't know what I'm ever gonna do with that.
So when I got this bundle last time when it first came out, it came with this bear dome light, ceiling light.
Yeah, it doesn't this
And-
time.
It doesn't with this time, and I'm really sad you guys are missing out because that ceiling light was amazing, and it created like the perfect light and everything. So
I've seen some interesting builds with that bear table. I've seen people put it in their little garden greenhouses with flowers and stuff all over it.
Oh,
I
that's so
love
cute.
it. So
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, I like the West Virginia table too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really oddly shaped, but it totally works. I do it. I have one of those once in a while just for snuff. Call out to our local hometown West Virginian that we play with.
I was gonna say, don't insult all of West Virginia.
No,
It's an oddly shaped table. I don't like it.
it's very unique. Okay, guys. After that is the Country Girl Under Armour. Again, it should have been a cute, adorable outfit. Instead, it's an Under Armour, so no one is going to see it.
It's got white
that's-
pants. They're gross.
Wear it in nuclear winter.
Why would you do that when you could dress like a shrub?
Shrub.
Because it's an Under Armour. And you can wear both.
And then we have the power mode. We have a little frame too for 50 atoms. Can someone say that correctly? I can't.
Montani Semper Liberi.
I just actually want Finn to say that for me.
But it could be Montani Semper Liberi.
I think it's Liberry, but you know.
Do you?
See, my brain.
I figure I'm wrong. I just, thought I'd toss that out there.
Mea culpa.
Yeah, my brain wants to say Semper Fi just because my dad was a Marine. So that's why I'm like, I can't say this correctly.
Do you?
Okay, so I think that is it for this week's Atomic Shop item. No hidden releasement of old outfits or hidden ones.
Nope.
So, yeah.
Sad face.
So sad.
You know what I want to see? I wish I could see my freaking water wheel work.
right.
Oh, seriously.
That's your big wish?
No.
That's your top.
I got
Dig
too many
deep.
wishes, man.
Dig
I got
deep.
too
What's the
many
one?
wishes.
Give me top one.
I want a responder freaking vendor thing. Everybody else got a vendor, not the responders, though. I got robbed, yo.
Well, there's not a raider one.
Yes,
There
there
is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, I missed out on that shit.
Yeah, there's a Free States one. There is a holiday one, a Christmas and Halloween. There's Raiders.
There's a Halloween one? Why don't I
Yeah.
ever see that one?
Because you were playing other games. Anyway,
No, I mean, like, I don't see anybody using it. Is it crap?
No, it's great.
Um,
It's amazing.
Tonsil's mom games has those.
Yeah,
okay.
she has a she had them at her camp. And then of course, but what did the responders get? We get nothing.
Responders would just give stuff away. I mean, that's part of it. You know, half the Vendortrons out there are
Yeah, you
responder
tell her.
Vendortrons, and you know, if you, every unlocked water purifier, that's a responders vendor.
Oh, Dad, that's like she just called out my camp because my water purifiers are completely unlocked.
Oh my
I have
Who does
dropped
that?
I have dropped stim packs, rat shields, food, and water for other players just for the heck of it. I'm like, here you go, have some rat shields and rat away for free.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think some of my wishes would definitely be what I see in the data mine. So
Yeah.
Really?
yeah, man, like that ammo, the ammo converter is like
Nah.
I'm all about it.
Did you go look at that chart I was telling you about how much it's going to cost to convert ammo with their new ammo currency they're putting out? Like
what?
10,038 rounds only converts to like 200 308 rounds.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's not worth
What?
it. It is not worth it.
No,
There's a
thank
whole
you.
chart on the conversion rates and the new currency that it's going to have. Like, it's such a grind, and not even like, maybe if you're one of those people that has like, you know, tens of thousands of 38s and 44s and doesn't use them, and you're like, what am I going to do with this? You can make a little bit of ammo for something else, but it's not going to be worth it unless they change it.
I mean, if you're not using that particular ammo and you need other ammo, it's space too that you're getting rid of too. But I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It looks dope though. Like, I'll give you that. Cosmetically, it looks amazing.
Yeah, I think that's maybe what I'm most, that grabs me the most is that blue and the little tray that the bullets, stay on. It looks good.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for data mines, I'm waiting for that Mr. Fuzzy backpack. There's like
Goodness, yeah.
there's like 10 other backpacks that were in that same set as this Mothman one we got that like have never come out.
You know, the item I'm wishing for, wanting from the data mines the most was the jackalope from back last July, almost a year ago. It was July or August. A jackalope. We never got a jackalope. Oh my god, I need him.
Is it a mounted jackalope?
No, it's a jackalope that can love you and be your friend, just like the regular buns and Mr. Fuzzies.
Mm.
And you put them on stuff. So like when I know you guys all saw my flying bear rugs. The original plan there was I was working out with a friend. I'm like, okay, you do bunnies, I'll do jackalopes, and we'll have the jackalopes come in on a storyline as like another tribe, and they have all this cool technology and flying machines. So I sat on that idea for like 4 or 5 months waiting for jackalopes. They never happened.
No jackalopes.
Nope.
Yeah.
No jackalopes.
That's gonna be the Red Rocket prefab.
Yeah.
Mm.
Has anyone like started taking like a bet on how Saddle Sore Skullie's character is going to be?
No, she's already fused to that Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Fuzzy, right?
She's
So-
going.
There's a bit of padding there. I think she'll be okay.
Her thigh
have a-
sweat has milded with the plastic.
I have
And
a wish.
Mr. Fuzzy has the padding
Moist.
too.
She does this all the time.
Hey, yo,
Grind,
Shroud. Yo,
grind,
Shroud, you gotta
grind,
win,
grind.
Shroud.
Oh. Well, besides the obvious, the Shroud was in a coma during the Shroud plushie availability. Don't mention its name, but
Shroud
Shroud
plushie.
plushie.
Shroud plushie.
no. But I always thought it'd be really fun if they did a little bit more with the rides and gave you a funny but completely pointless like perk. Like
Yeah.
you ride the Mr. Fuzzy ride for X amount of time, and you're well fuzzied, or something like just something funny, and maybe it gives you like an insignificant AP bonus or something. But just more in depth and immersion that you used to see, like with the Wild Wasteland type perk system. Where just
Yeah.
weird shit, kind of pointless, but awesome and funny, and very Fallout. That's always what I've loved about the franchise.
That would be fun.
That
I just
science fiction
miss-
element.
I miss the gaggle of nurses with rolling pins coming out of nowhere, beating me to death.
Yeah. Hitting with
Quote.
handbags.
What was that noise? It's like, oh, nurses! Ah!
So it looks like Chad's dropping some of their wish for items too. Someone mentioned the silver skin for the machine gun. Like they'd want an actual skin for it.
I think
That would be
the
nice.
machine gun actually had a skin come out like,
Yeah, I want it to come back.
yeah, come back for sure.
And someone named Me Love You Wrong Time is giving you hard eyes, Skullie.
Ooh.
Aw.
Hey! I recognize that name from my channel.
Well, awesome.
Yeah, they came out during your building video. See, I was stalking you. I know.
I have stalkers. Yay!
We just love you.
It's the first step to stardom.
It is.
I believe
Next
the preferred term is fans.
Next will be Skullie Bathwater.
Oh my. No, it'll be bulk wood.
Yep.
Ooh. I
Definitely
think that'd be
bulk
more.
wood.
And it would be nut fruit from skunk. Okay.
That's not
Wait,
mine.
Jay.
That's Jay's.
Bulkwood. Alright. So, let's see here.
mine.
Hey, I have a quick question. I know we're moving to wrap up to Q&A now. I just want to say, was there any Atomic Shop item that you guys really disliked? Like any that you were super disappointed in, or?
Oh,
That,
man. Do we have
yes.
time?
That free poster we got.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean the one I already had? Because
Yeah.
it comes in the game?
Yeah.
It's cheaper to make.
I'm not-
Cheaper to
What's
make.
up with that? Yeah. I
Not
guess
mad
you can
about
make it
that at
without the
all.
plan. That was so ridiculous.
I'm like, what's the point? Thanks, guys. Yeah.
It's cheaper to make. It doesn't cost as much materials.
That's not a free item. That's a game fix.
Like, we noticed people use this poster more, so we're just gonna give it to them free, and it'll cost less materials.
I didn't really have an item that I was upset with, but like, I definitely think there's a lot of missed opportunities with releasing Atom Shop items during events. Like, why didn't they put the Lederhosen back out for Fasnacht?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they put any icons out for Fasnacht? There are
yeah.
there are Fasnacht icons. Like, why didn't they come back out? Why didn't you want to make money off of that? Like,
Well,
there's a lot of stuff where they do that. They don't do it, and it's like, you could be making tons of money right now. Like, I would have dropped $20 more easily.
Absolutely.
So
I always.
I'm just a little mad. I'll stop now.
Is anybody ever curious why, given that it's Bethesda, what's up with the tattoos in Fallout in general? When are they going to shift from, the 5 cartoony face tattoos to like, give me some tattoos, dude? Like,
I want some
or
on my
I'm sorry,
arms.
that's a towel.
Well, first they gotta fix the purple and green blur on your face. So
Yeah.
Castle
that
Valkyar.
happens. It happens.
That's a rough one. That's a rough one. I don't love that, especially when it shows up and you got a perfect setting for a photo, and then you see that. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm good.
What about when you look at the trees and they get all predatory on you and just shimmer?
Yep. Or two floors too close together with something like just edging, and you get that shimmer along the seam. Yeah, I don't love it.
Or when you're running through the wasteland and you see the seams of the world come together,
Mhm.
and you're like, really though? Were you
And then
asleep
you-
today, Kevin?
And then you find a spot where you fall through. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Yes.
But like I said, those of us who play, I mean, those are, those glitches are part of the features. It's
It is
part
what
of,
it is.
We become fond of them after a while. My
We
favorite
do.
glitch.
We do.
Yeah, it's like, show me a game without a glitch, and then I'll tell you you're wrong, and I'll point out the glitches.
Tell you you're wrong.
Because every game is a work in progress. This is art, and programming. And
Yeah, programming is hard.
with every update, who knows what's going to go wrong? And I'm willing to wait because it's a beautiful game, and I love hanging out with my buds.
He's actually really sad he doesn't have the Shroud plushie.
I didn't even say it.
I can hear it in your voice. Yep.
Totes.
I know you too well, Shroud.
Oh goodness.
It's kind of like
Did
how
you
Skunk
What?
wants this, kind of like you want this poodle dress back.
Because keep saying it, it's gonna come out, and then you're not gonna be the only one with it.
It's okay. I'll find something else to wear that hasn't come out in almost a year.
Hey, you want a hickey from Kanicki? Sorry. Bad Grease reference.
Oh goodness.
Oh my god, I just got it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's move it. Oh wait. Are there any other new data mines in the horizon that we have missed that we hope to see soon? Skunk, do you have any radar on that?
There's a couple outfits that have been data mined that are coming to Fallout first. There's a couple robot vendor type situations that have been data mined that might be coming out at some point.
Wait, Fallout first outfits other than the
Other than the
Ranger outfit?
recon, yeah, it's more Raider-esque. The one I've seen that seems to be the most prevalent that people are convinced is coming soon has got a full head covering black hockey mask with like a darker, I would say, wool sweater with almost like the like a gun belt type situation with bandolier sort of, and a cargo pants, combat boots.
Oh my
That's
god,
kinda
yes,
cool.
cargo pants.
Yeah, it looks
We
pretty
need
dope.
more pockets.
But you know, I mean, really, the stuff that I'm looking forward to is with that season pass, all the space stuff, and all of that's been data mined. So if you want to know all the rewards and you don't want to wait, you can go look it up. I'm not going to spill too many of the beans.
All the beans.
But yeah, we covered most of it, talking about the wishes and whatnot.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Now we're going to move on to the fun part of actually all of it's the fun part. But this part is how long have we hid the crayons from Skunk?
Yay!
The Q&A. This is the portion of the show where we answer questions from our viewers. And just a reminder, if you'd like to submit a question, you can do so by messaging us on Instagram, joining our Discord server, or just leaving us a question in the question box channel, or here in chat, or send us a message via. Basically, if you see one of us running around and you want us to answer a question on our next show, or possibly even on this show, ask away, and hopefully we'll answer it by the next episode or even on the same episode. So,
alrighty, so our first question, because Skunk got his crayons back, comes from NukaSkunk. He asks,
Didn't check the cod piece.
NukaSkunk asks, what drives you to play Fallout 76 more so than other MMORPGs?
the friends.
The building.
The bears.
The bunnies.
Building and photo mode for sure,
Oh, yeah.
and the social aspect.
Yeah. For me, it's definitely the social and building aspect. That's the only reason why I'm still in this game 2 years later and all the glitches.
Oh, yes.
One thing I've always. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was like, that it's a wasteland. Like, who doesn't want to play in a wasteland with their friends?
It's true. All the best sandboxes are wastelands. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's Fallout, I think when it comes down to it, many of us, I don't know if this is any of your first Fallout games, but
No.
I just love Fallout. I love the lore. I like the enemies. I like the mechanics. Building and photo mode just enhance this game, and being able to play with friends. When you have nothing else to do, when you've done every quest line on 3 or 4 characters, when the events don't appeal to you anymore, you grab some friends and just get up to whatever you get up to. So I love it for that.
Indeed. People who really get bored with this game just lack imagination. And probably literally read nothing and skipped through every bit of dialogue. No offense.
I skip all the dialogue.
I didn't say names!
Damn. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But I've been playing Fallout since Fallout 1 on PC.
Well,
and it is
Lottie die.
it has upgraded so much. Like, I'm so glad this isn't a fucking over the top turn based
Oh, it's come a long way for sure. I mean, it's
shooting people in the eyes with my Red Ryder BB gun.
I mean, for me, it's always been the tongue-in-cheek, hard sci-fi lore, and the characters you meet, and the dialogue that you get to choose from. Even if it doesn't have that big of an effect on the end scenario, that journey that you can have infinite variations of. It's always been what I've loved, the writing, mostly. I'm a nerd.
So say we all.
Yes.
So say we all.
Alrighty. So our next question comes from our favorite member of our Discord.
That was a good Battlestar Galactica reference, by the way.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Hey, I appreciate it.
So, our next question comes from Big Moisture. He asks,
Yes.
word on the street is there's more faction-related camp items on the way. Which would you like to see the most, and anything on your wish list related to them? And maybe what sort of build you would make with them.
Anything at all responder gear. Okay, I'm done.
I got a lot of cultist stuff. I think I'm good for a little while.
I need more responder stuff.
Let's get some enclave stuff up in this joint.
I want to see subtle references to maybe not factions we haven't seen yet, but some of the player factions. Let's get more references and stuff, posh stuff for the aristocracy. Let's get more cannibal-themed horror stuff for people like Eat. You know, let's bring some of that meta stuff into the game and have these factions represented in Appalachia.
That's
On
true.
that topic, they are talking about bringing in factions. Like, they have guilds in ESO. They're going to bring in player factions so that you can create your own faction.
Yeah, and there's actually a lot of there's actually a few Chad Fallout 76 podcasts not in this game. So it was updated with the last Wastelanders update. So
Yeah, it's true. There is the aristocrat near the White Springs in his golf suit, and then there is the super mutant looking for the doll. There are definitely a few nods already, and I want to see more of that. And
Yeah,
maybe
for
some
real.
atomic shop items that kind of reference it too, so that, you know, the AA can spruce up their home.
That'd be good, especially yes.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Any more questions?
Any more questions, Skullie?
Well, that's it for the questions we got throughout the week.
Okay, cool.
So,
Guess what, Skullie? It's your favorite time.
yes, it's time for Skippy's Appreciation Corner.
I feel like we should have like a little happy tune or something like that.
Yes, we should. So this week we're featuring his artwork from last episode, which ended up being a Twitch exclusive. It was where Skippy's character in game went and sat on Jay's discs.
So funny. I watched that
So
episode.
good.
fun.
Yeah.
And then we're also featuring his latest artwork about, I think it was Ward.
Yeah.
It's like Ward
He's-
standing in the bed.
He has a lot of really great Ward series of comics, and they're perfect.
And also that daily vital equipment quest completed, and he's just standing there still holding it like
Yes. This happened to me so many times. I'm like, thanks, guys. But yeah, so guys, check him out. We cannot encourage you guys enough to go check out Mr. Skippy. He is our hard-earned, well-loved cartoonist for our show, and he sometimes will find inspirational, funny bits of our shows, and he'll draw them out of the goodness of his heart because he's the most amazing soul. But also, his artwork is spectacular.
yes. And he's also been working on some logo art for the Atomic Stop, which looks amazing so far. Like, oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
I can't stop looking at it.
This explains
As
why
it should be.
it's true. I want this on a shirt.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. Some stickers.
I would slap
Coaster.
that sticker on everything.
Beer cozy. Onesie.
A onesie. A
Definitely
beer
a
cozy.
A towel.
God. I'd be happy with a coffee mug. That's all I'm saying.
Just like, I just want coffee mugs, guys.
Sorry, and how I am all about the coffee here.
Hey. Indeed.
All right.
So, beyond our adorable sheep man and resident artist, do we have any other shout outs that anybody would like to give?
Other than Jessica representing a amazing community that she's part of.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. You know what? If I have a chance to shout out, I'd like to shout out some of the groups I stream with
No.
and stuff. But I also want to acknowledge how great you guys are. You know, I've been enjoying the show. When I first came across the show, the first episode there on YouTube back in January or early February, I'm like,
Oh my
this
gosh.
is fun. And then they got better and better. And Skullie, some of your videos and like that black and white you did with, I think, is it Honor and Steel?
Yes,
such?
and Project Dance.
Yeah, they're great. That was wonderful. Like, you do great work. And I know Skippy does a lot of the artwork, but the way you guys incorporate it into your shows, it's just fantastic. So you guys do great work, and I just want to say that.
Oh, thank you. I'm not
Much
crying, I
love.
swear. There's just stuff in both my eyes.
But also,
Tears
while
of
I'm here,
justice.
oh, tears of joy. There's no, you know what? There's no justice like tears of joy. Agreed. So the things I do, I'll just plug them again real quick. My podcast weekly, the Fallout feed. Look it up on any podcast service. Dames Who Game. We're girls. We talk like 50% Fallout and 50% hot topics, makeup, gaming, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we have a segment for makeup in our podcast, and people can deal with it. We love it, and maybe you will too.
Yes.
Excellent.
I also want to mention for streams some great groups people should check out. Besides here with the Atomic Stop, we've got WGN, that's Wasteland Gaming Network. That's something that I do. It's Fallout Frosty, and I often do stuff with her, and we do games in the Wasteland. You might have seen Wasteland Feud, stuff like that. Definitely check them out. Wasteland Gaming Network. Check out the El Gato Pub. I do streams with them too. The BCA, we do the Bar Crawl, and we
Didn't
do
they do cat fights with that one?
Yeah. Oh,
Yes!
I-
Yes! I know, I saw
Yeah.
that one!
that's awesome. Yeah, I hosted the cat fight finals for spring, and I was the featherweight champion back over the winter. Cat fights are a good time.
Woo, woo.
Yay.
It's funny because some of the articles about it that they put online were like naked fight club, and I'm like, it's only naked so we're not smuggling armor. But yeah, come watch our naked fight club. Oh, Mr. Frater Novak in the chat. Hey, Frater, good to see you. All his favorite podcasts. He's one of our listeners. And hey, while you're here, give these guys a follow, okay? So yeah, WGN, BCA, Elgato Pub, and of course my podcast. Check them all out. The community is what makes the game great, as we were talking about. And I love it. I just love it, you know. And thank you for welcoming me to Instagram.
Yeah, totally. I'm just
Yeah,
that's really
absolutely.
awesome. I just followed Days of Game on my choice podcast provider.
Sweet. Thank you.
I am a podcast junkie, so I am that for sure. So
Little
okay.
podcast action. Mm-hmm.
I love it, man. It's the best way to avoid the news.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh, wait, I can't listen to news. I got a new podcast to listen to news. All right, guys.
There
What's
is
the
only
news?
Appalachia.
Exactly. That's the source of most of my happiness is Appalachia.
Oh yeah, I mostly listen to podcasts while I'm building and everyone's asleep, and I'm like, okay, no one's online. Podcast time.
Oh, that's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah. I do podcasts where I listen to all the holotapes that I may have missed, like, so, in the game. It's really fun. All right. Any other shout-outs, guys?
Shout out to your mom.
Damn, I was gonna say that.
I'm texting her now.
Tell your
Texting her
mama
now.
say hello.
Wait a second. Should I start calling you Daddy?
No.
Good. That being said, you guys, I just want to thank everybody in the chat and the view of our channel. Thank you for watching. And if you're, catching us now on the YouTube, thank you again for subscribing and watching our cute little show. And again, watching Jessica be on our show. And I'm excited for that. Thank you for joining us. And Skullie?
Oh, yep. So that's it for this show. Sorry, I was playing with the camera mode.
I'm like blind.
I was playing with my camera. So if you're itching for more content throughout the week, you can find us all on Instagram. And as for the show, you'll find us under the Atomic Stop on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, as well as Twitch, for those of you watching on YouTube. And now we're also on Facebook as well. We also have a Discord channel that's still up and running for our show under the new name as well. And there will be links to all of those in our About portion of our Twitch and in the description for YouTube.
Well, very well, faithful listeners. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, every Wednesday, 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, you guessed it, it's the Atomic Stop coming to you live. Next week, perhaps we'll have a guest that is the terror of workshops everywhere on Xbox.
Yes.
Yes. Bravo.
Oh my
Well
God.
done.
That was well done. All right. Good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye, good night, and thanks for having me.
Thank you for being on with us.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Bye.